Welcome, guys, to Hotspot 254, home of sport, event, and entertainment. As always, we always bring you Legends Corner, a show whereby we bring all stories of our legends. We invite them on the bench and they share their experience and where they have been, what they are doing, and anything that needs to be changed in Kenyan football. And as you can see, it's another week, as I've said, and we have a guest here on the bench, and just listen to this story. Welcome. Sasa.
Poa sana.
Yeah, so welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Hotspot 254, and this segment is called Legends Corner.
Legends Corner.
Yeah, Legends Corner. So you being one of our legends and Kenyan former footballer or currently a coach, so welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so tell us about yourself. Who is Tompo?
Tompo. Okay, most of the guys knows me as a player
Yeah.
because my biggest career, the biggest duration I've been playing right now, the shortest career has been coaching.
Yeah.
So I'm an ex-international Kenyan player,
Yeah.
formerly Madara United player,
Yeah.
Gor Mahia, Tusker,
Yeah.
and Raufoss,
Yeah.
and Norway, and Husqvarna in Sweden, and Mjölby.
Yeah.
Yeah, currently I'm coaching Express Youth Team,
Yeah.
under 21.
Tell us more about your first professional football in Kenya and in Europe.
Okay, normally when I say that in Kenya, I was introduced by Mzee Jonathan Niva, the late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's the one who took me from the streets, and at least I started earning. That's when I say that's professional, when you start making money. So that's the professional level. In 1998, we were in Madara United. That was my first time to be a professional player.
Okay. So from there, how many teams have you played here in Kenya?
In Kenya, I played for Madara United. Then after Madara United, I went to Tusker. After Tusker, a little bit Gor Mahia at least for the whole season. Then City Stars. Then finally came as a coach, but as a player at Wazito, but ended up coaching.
You ended up coaching?
Yep.
In Wazito or?
In Wazito.
In Wazito as a
Yep.
coach, senior
That's
coach?
Assistant coach.
Assistant coach.
Yep.
For how long?
It was about, I had a 2-year contract, so for the first 6 months I played, then started my coaching career for the next, after the next 1.5 years.
Okay, that is now in Kenya. What about professional now in Europe? Because you have been in Sweden, yeah?
I've been in Sweden, a little bit longer in Sweden than Norway.
Norway.
First I went to Norway, played for a team called Raufoss. It was in the second tier. They call it a Deco League. By then it was called a Deco League. Been there for about 8-9 months. Then crossed over to Sweden. Crossed over to a smaller team because the league, the windows were not opened. And I was supposed to come back to the country first, so I decided to cross over, hold on, play for a little bit smaller team called Mjölby. Then I played for that team for almost 4 months. After 4 months, I got a bigger team. Played for that team for about 2 years. Then left again, went back to my smaller team. Yep.
A bigger team again to the smaller team.
To smaller team.
Why?
Because the transition sometimes happens. Might be good, might not be what you expected, but at least after I had somewhere to clean on, somewhere I can hang on, So when I sleep, I can go back to that small team and hang in there, waiting for a bigger plan.
So instead of coming back home,
and
somewhere to come hang on,
and start drawing again new things. From home it's so hard, but in Europe it was easier.
Okay, so how long were you in Europe?
I've been in Europe for 4 years.
4 years.
Norway 1 year, Sweden 3 years.
Sweden 3 years.
Yep.
How was your first experience? The first experience in Europe?
Okay, the moment you step inside a new country, especially let's just say Europe, everything is new, including what you eat, the weather conditions, football conditions, everything, style of play. So you must adjust to a lot of things. It's not easy. It's not easy to adjust to a lot of things, especially when it comes to food. It's no joke, because I can say food is like petrol to a human being. So it's no joke to adjust and all that. It takes time. And I believe that is one of the reasons maybe I underperformed in Norway. Yeah, it was not easy. And the weather too. I went there in December. I left Kenya when it was hot, went there, and it was cold, it was snow. Trust me, it's not easy to adjust to that kind of weather. To play in such kind of conditions is no joke. Yeah, it's so hard.
Okay. So how can you compare your playing time in Europe?
Okay, let me just use the percentage. I can't say I was one of the best Kenyans I ever had, but at least I'm sure I'm above average. I'm more like 60-70%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell us about your lowest and highest moment in football.
My lowest moment in football, unfortunately, in Kenya I haven't had the lowest. But I believe the first time I went to Europe, in Norway, I really had the lowest, because I was not a regular player. It felt so bad. You're giving your best, but maybe the style of play or whatever you're trying to adjust to was not simple, so it keeps on fighting you. You're fighting against everything. So it really felt bad warming the bench like almost all the time.
So did you push it, or you just decided that now that I'm warming the bench, let me just sit, or you just decided to work hard?
As always, I've always been working hard in everything that I do. So working hard cannot be a question. So every time I didn't get playing time, I always asked for the coach to give me more playing time on the junior team, maybe spend some more time, extra trainings, going to the gym, all that. But I've never given up. Yeah, because football was all that I had. So there's no way I can give up in that.
Okay. Now, this comes to the point now I need to ask you this. How will you describe Kenyan football in terms of growth and professionalism? Now that you have been in Sweden and you have played in Kenya also, and how do you see our football in terms of professionalism and growth? Are we growing?
Okay, how do you call it? A plateau? We are like moving up, moving down. We are not like stagnant. Sometimes you're down, sometimes we get better. So at the moment, we are a little bit down. We are a little bit below average. Yeah, from what is expected as a country. And where we were before. A few years ago, we were in African Cup. Right now, nobody's even thinking about the national team. So I think that's a downfall.
Yes. So you as a Kenya, as a former player, national team player, and the last time you were in AFCON, yeah? And we didn't go because of the current situation, yeah? Or we never qualified. Yeah? So what's your take on that? Is there anything that the federation and the government must do to make things work properly for the upcoming stars?
What I believe is, in our country, the government must work closer with the federation, not fight. Yep. If they work closer, because the government owns most of the facilities right now, and the federation owns the players, I can say that. So we must work together for us to achieve whatever we want. But if one party walks away, then the other party is a little bit in trouble.
Okay, where do you see Kenyan football in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, unless we change unless we change almost everything, we'll be doomed.
Will be doomed.
Yep.
What do you want to see? What are those changes that you feel like a former player and also a coach, our federation or the government must implement or must bring on board? Yeah?
First of all, we need a handshake.
Yeah.
We're always getting used to handshakes. We need a handshake from the government and the federation.
Yeah.
Then we need to at least let more former players closer to.
Yeah.
Let them come and share ideas. They must not always be on the pitch, but at least somewhere closer to the federation too. We need to educate more. I'll applaud the federation for the past maybe 6 years or 5 years or so. They've really tried their level best to educate most of the coaches. And the government too, when it comes to sponsorship and all that, I think they should also chip in more. They should. I believe youths are the easiest way to employ the youth is to create environment for sports. Yeah. So if they work closer with that, I believe things will change. The easiest way, I repeat again, for creating jobs for the youth is through sports.
Through sports.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you have, right now, there is a discussion that many Kenyan young players are going to low leagues, yeah, the leagues that are not performing well, yeah. Like for example, you see a player going to Somalia. Is that growth to our talents? You as a coach now, you are here trying to nurture these talents. It's put on the table as a coach. What can you tell your player?
At the moment, I can't stop them. Let me just face the reality. Yeah. Whether they're playing in a poor league or a bad league, I can't stop them because at the end of the day, they need something on the table. And if you look at our current situations, our players can't make enough money. Even the big teams are out of cash. So you can imagine the smaller ones. If the big ones are out of cash, they are not ambitious anymore because they're looking for something. They're looking for something to eat. So it's a very hard challenge for them too. You can't tell someone not to go to Somali, yet he can make some money there and stay in Kenya where he gets nothing. So at the moment, if things get brighter in Kenya, then at least you can advise them on where to go. Yep.
What can you change in Kenyan Premium League? One thing that you can change in Kenyan Premium League right now.
Whoa. I was not expecting that. Yeah. What can I change? What can I change? What can I change? As a coach or?
As a coach now.
As a coach.
And as a former player.
In Kenya Premier League, let me just talk about the players department. If I can change something in playing unit, I'll just increase the speed of play. Speed of play and simplicity. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like our league players our game is a little bit slow compared to other leagues. That's why I think we're not going too far.
If you say speed, that if our game is too slow or very slow, that affect our players in professional football out there, because the other countries have upped their games and their games. Now, if our games is very slow, that means we are not enough to compete with other football stakeholders or other teams out there.
Okay, whatever that is happening right now in these big leagues, whether it's La Liga, whether it's Premier League, German, the game is attracting young quality players. Not just young, young quality players. The likes of Akina Mbappe, who recently just came, and right now they're kings. The game is attracting more young players, but the quality ones, not only young. This is where we are going wrong. Yes, we are changing. We are changing to young players. But what about the quality? Are they the real good players that we really want, or are we introducing them too fast? Because that's another thing. I think we are also introducing them too early, too fast. Too many of them once. Because they also need the experience from these older players. And the speed, whatever they are coming with, first of all is the speed.
Yeah.
So if we can adopt that, then I believe our game will change.
Okay.
Yeah.
One sport icon that changed your life. One football or sport icon that changed your life.
Patrick Kluivert.
Patrick
Kluivert
Yeah.
changed my game. Yeah, okay, he really motivated me, and by that time we went to Netherlands with our young team, Madara United, and we had the opportunity to shake his hands. So I believe he really motivated me, seeing my icon on TV then at the end of the day meeting him. That's something.
That's something.
Yep.
Okay, so do you see our young talents growing? Are we going to have another Oliech? Are we going to have another Olunga? Are we going to have another Midenyo?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Because for the past few years, things have been ups and down, right?
Yeah.
When things are up and down, our young kids are not getting enough.
Yeah.
So I believe there is still more.
Yeah.
More of me, more of Olunga.
Yeah.
But it will take a little bit more time just because of the fights of up and downs.
Yeah.
Okay, more downs at the moment. But if it was more up, it will take a shorter time.
Yeah.
But now I believe it will take a little bit longer time.
Yeah. If you are to change one thing in your football career,
In my football career,
what can you do? What will be that? One thing that you feel, I've played this football locally and internationally, I wish I could have changed this thing.
what I wish I could have changed in my football career, I believe is the endurance part. I really concentrated so much on speed and power, then I forgot the endurance part. And the same mistake is the same thing that I'm seeing young footballers nowadays are doing. Nobody's going out there to run. Everybody thinks that when you see Cristiano just doing some funny little things, I don't know what's happening, but nobody wants to gather that endurance again. You don't see players running. We used to call it roadie. Yeah. You don't see players now running. They just wait for coach to do everything. They don't look for that extra mileage. So it's the same mistake that I did, and I would really like to guard those little young players. Please, go and gather endurance by yourself.
Work hard on your own.
Work hard on your own, yeah.
Do the extra.
Work smart, not only hard, but smart too. Most of them are working hard. Yeah, but you'll always find them in the gym doing something, which is okay, but at least try and balance. Sometimes you go to the gym, sometimes go out there and run. Gather that endurance. Yeah.
Okay. Your advice to the youngster, upcoming youngster, Kenyan youngster, what advice can you give them?
My advice to the youngsters, perseverance. Yeah. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. Whatever comes easy goes away easily, right? So everything you want is within your reach. God created everyone with the capability of getting whatever they want. The difference between them and the people who have him is just hard work and perseverance. Not only hard work, but persevere more. You lose a game or the coach puts you out, go out there, work again. Just know your time will come. Some of the players might start the league and you'll have different faces when the league ends. And normally the people who ends the league are the ones who maybe lift the trophy. Those different faces. And they are the people who guys will remember so much. Yeah.
Okay, now that we are having a new government, what do you expect from the new government in sports sector? Your expectation?
My expectation is for them to think about the youths and mostly sports part. Yeah. They should invest more on sports, especially our football is going down. Please, Mr. Ruto, wherever you are, can you please invest more on soccer? Yeah.
What is Midenyo currently doing?
Currently,
Yeah.
a soccer coach.
Yeah.
I'm coaching the youth team,
Yeah.
Express Soccer Football Academy.
Yeah.
And we are in Nairobi County, Nairobi West.
Yeah.
We're playing the county league.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I'm trying to discover also hidden talent. I'm trying to do some movies too.
You're a movie star.
I'm still not a movie star, but at least
That's a hidden
yeah, we're
talent.
still on editing too. So I'm also trying to get something out to make the best out of me in whichever way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, this is Legends Corner, and what a show with our former football international player. He has been in this career for so many years, and you have heard from him, and we can only say thank you for watching. Till next time.